like the video.
I was never going to talk about these people again. The people who laid me off right before Christmas with no notice and no severance from my salary position. The company where my ex-boss hit me up after I was laid off because they needed help getting into Instagram and TikTok. The company whose CEO called me early in the morning, 9 days after I lost my job, to yell at me because I wouldn't give them immediate access to my old work email, which I hadn't checked or thought about since I had been unceremoniously let go. I was never going to speak about these people again. I never said their names, and I never said the company name because I was still trying to get my last paycheck. But this morning, these people decided to talk shit. They're talking shit about me. I'm over here trying to thrive in my new career, trying to build my YouTube channel and podcast. And my wife says, hey, have you seen this TikTok from your old job? And I'm like, no, why would I? I never think about these people. But listen to this.
Why did NC put me in charge of social media? Couple reasons. They needed somebody, I was available, and because I'm fun.
Psych!
But I went to go look at their existing social media, and to say it is dismal would be an understatement.
Imagine getting access to a company's TikTok, a company that partners with actual charities. And one of the first videos you post is just shitting on the person that had the job before you. To say that it was dismal was an understatement. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's run the intro.
Derapy, Season 3 of Derapy.
There is so much that I wanted to say about these people, but I couldn't and I wouldn't because I thought that it was a clean break. I got to do YouTube full time. These people got to go in whatever new direction was going to take their social media to the next level. But it turns out it's an absolute
Wing Wong.
Now, the last conversation that I had with the CEO of this company, he was talking about taking some type of action against me. So just to be clear, everything that I'm about to say in this episode is based off of things that I have personally experienced. It's my personal opinion based off of things that have actually happened, audio that exists that you can still find right now. They're probably going to delete it within the next couple hours, but it's too late because I already downloaded the entire video. First of all, can we talk about the irony of laying off an employee that would go on to have a YouTube channel that has around 33,000 subscribers because, I don't know, I guess they're not good enough at building a social media presence? Around the time that I was laid off, there were specific conversations that I had with my boss where I asked specifically, is there anything that I can do better? Is there anything that I should lock in on? Are there any projects or missions or tasks that I need to make sure that I'm doing well at just to make sure that I'm doing a good job? I was told, no, everything's fine. And then I immediately got laid off right before Christmas. Now, I thought that maybe this new direction they were going in, because that's the only reason they gave for me getting laid off. They were going in a new direction, okay? I thought it was going to be AI. I thought they were going to bring in somebody that had some prior social media experience, but no, it's just some random broad. And you would think it's somebody that actually is professional enough to not immediately on the last person that did the job, especially if the last person that did the job is somebody that now has a YouTube channel with over 30,000 derps. Now, in case you think that I'm getting a little bit too hype about this, if you think that I'm a little bit too annoyed, a little bit too flustered, you have to understand the position I was in, okay? Around the time that I got laid off for no real reason, okay, I already was shooting to get around 25,000 subscribers. And every time I talked about how ridiculous it was, the manner in which I was let go, people kept saying, drop the company name, tell me who these people are. And I didn't do it. You know why? Because I'm just a decent person, okay? I was trying to get my last check, but also I just felt like it wasn't necessary. The level of disrespect that I felt was coming from people that I think were just in a really awkward situation and were trying to make the most of it, because not every person that I talked to was solely responsible for the ending of my career at the time. So I didn't want to take it out on everybody. But now it's up. I don't care. Let me run the clip for you again.
Why did NC put me in charge of social media? Couple reasons. They needed somebody, I was available.
They didn't need somebody. I literally had the job. What do you mean they needed someone? I was already working for the company.
And because I'm fun.
Because I'm fun.
But I went to go look at their existing social media, and to say it is dismal would be an understatement.
Who greenlit this? This person clearly has no oversight. They have no sense of professionalism whatsoever. I lose that job and I come over to YouTube and I talk my shit because it's a true story. I'm actually hungry. I have no job and I have a story to share. This person has the great honor of being a social media manager, which, let's be real, you get videos, you get photos, you edit them, you put them on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. It's really not that hard of a job. But if you're taking the job really seriously, you can make something great out of it the same way that I made something great out of the Derapy YouTube channel and podcast. But to come in and one of the first things on your mind is like, how can I shit on the last person that was doing this job? That's crazy. Where do you do that in literally any public facing job ever? Homegirl has her face in 4K on camera. She has a video with multiple people in charity gear, literally talking about how the last person that was doing her job did a dismal job.
Pack her up.
Now, I am not going to sit here and tell you all to just absolutely go crazy on these people, send them wild messages. I don't want you to do any of that because that is unbecoming. It's very uncouth. Now, what I do think would be slightly more appropriate, and me personally, I wouldn't do it, but I would understand if people did. If you were to comment, I don't know,
Wing Wong.
on that TikTok post or any other post, I don't feel like that would be too terribly invasive. I don't think that would necessarily ruin anybody's life. Just to be clear, I'm not going to be commenting anything on any of these people's posts because it's not really any of my business. I think it's crazy that these people are taking shots at me when I don't even work there and I didn't actually do anything to them. It is so crazy to end somebody's livelihood with no notice and no severance and then have the person that takes their job immediately start talking about how shit of a job the last person did. I just think that's insane. I think that that is
Wing Wong.
behavior. And if anybody else would like to just inform them of that by, I don't know, just leaving some feedback on some of their posts that let them know that they're being
Wing Wong.
then that's none of my business. That's totally fine. If they want to go to war with me over a little bit of feedback, just pointing out the
Wing Wong.
behavior, then that's their business. It's literally their business. But I just wanted to let you all know that I am aware of the fact that these people, they still have me on their mind. I'm living in their head rent free. I literally never think about these people. I never think about that job. I don't think about how well or how bad their social media is doing. I am so locked in on Derapy, dog. You have no idea. 4 or 5 shows a week, 3, 4 live shows, members only stuff. Like, I'm really out here trying to make my dreams come true. I'm yapping for a living. I'm minding my own business. I could have been dragged these people, but I decided to let it go as a God-fearing man. But these people decide to start talking shit completely unprovoked. I've done nothing to these people but do them favors when they were initially ruining my life by ending my job with no notice. And I was really wondering where I was going to get my next meal from. Oh, I got to get back on Indeed or LinkedIn. I got to find another 9 to 5 that I hate. But I decided to go all in on Derapy and just let bygones be bygones. But when I woke up this morning and my wife is showing me this TikTok of them talking about how terrible I was at the job, I was like, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all clearly want the smoke. So I'm going to say this one time, and then I'm never going to say it again because I never want to talk about this shit ever again. The TikTok, it's called New Canvassing Experience, or NCE for short. And they just recently put out this video where they said that whoever was running their social media before, to say that it was dismal was an understatement. I personally think that is not a good use of their time. I think it's extremely unprofessional. And I personally wouldn't condone any personal attacks on anybody that works for the company or anything like that. But I will say that if you would like to leave feedback about their decision to say that I was doing a trash job, then by all means, if you want to say something like, I don't know, this just seems kind of like
Wing Wong.
behavior to me, then by all means, That's cool. I wouldn't do it, but you know, if anybody else wants to, that's on you. I never really hop on here and just do impromptu, unscripted stuff. That's totally a lie. I do this sometimes, but I've been trying to move away from that and have like a little more professional, more structured episode. But at the end of the day, this is Derapy. This is me hopping on here and telling people about what's going on in my life. And what I woke up to this morning in my humble one-bedroom apartment in the middle of Ohio, okay, was my wife telling me that my old job was talking shit. And I will not let that slide, okay? I did nothing to deserve this. Nothing. In fact, I was doing work for you people after you let me off. After you let me go, I was nice enough to respond to my ex-boss and be like, let me help you out with the Instagram. Let me help you get access to the TikTok. I was a victim of being called by the CEO of the company and yelled at 7 o'clock in the morning, okay? And I let that slide. I made a funny little episode and just let it slide. Everything that I said was the truth. I didn't go out of my way to slander these people or nothing. And for them to make this TikTok talking about how terrible of a job I'm sorry, dog. I just couldn't let it slide. Bunch of wing-wongs. Love you, mean it, enjoy the outro.
Who do you take this from, like J. Cole or something? You are not J. Cole, dude.
Tired of being nice, switch it up like Walter White, man. Telling me to relax, I do the opposite, get hype, man. Growing up a nerd, a geek, a freak, a loser, virgin, and a burden, but I'm turning into something y'all don't recognize. Turning up my way like the highway, I require more speed. Oh, please tell me you get more cheese, and I will likely agree. I'ma keep it running for us. Run this town, you just a tourist. Borough where I reside, but I decided I may do more. I was watching Wheezy in a hotel room just spitting rhymes, and damn, it just occurred to me that I can't really make excuses. I thought it'd be easy. I was in my room in summertime, and thank God it occurred to me that I probably need more practice. Staying humble, stay off bumble, already got my